It's time for another review, and this time we're reviewing this film franchise right here, Twilight. Yes, Twilight. For you males out there, you know you like Twilight. Don't try to pretend like you don't. Before I get started, go ahead and follow, subscribe, so you don't miss another video. I review movies, TV shows, new ones, old ones, and go ahead and like, comment if you want. All that I definitely appreciate. So when I first heard of Twilight, this first one right here, that was released November 21st of 2008, and I heard that vampires glitter, I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Just gonna be honest with you. I grew up with Buffy, grew up with Angel, grew up watching the Blade movies, and when a vampire goes outside, a vampire dies, turns into flames, turns into dust. But glitter, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But you know what got me? You know how they brought me in? The trailer for this one. When I saw Jacob turn into a werewolf in that trailer, I'm like, wow, that's really cool. I, I guess I need to watch the first one. So I watched the first one, and I was like, you know what, this is okay for a first original film. I didn't even know these were books. I had no clue. I'm still haven't read the books. Not planning to. Um, but like this movie made me get into the franchise. New Moon came out November 20th of 2009. It's crazy how, you know, I don't know if any film franchise has ever done that, but from 2008 to 2012, we got a new Twilight film, five altogether. And I don't think of any film franchise that's ever done back to back to back five times. I know maybe twice, but not five times. So these people were working like they were pretty much doing a TV show. And just some of the things I liked. I liked the character work. I liked the script. The stories were really cool. I liked the werewolves. I'm always gonna like the werewolves. Those are just the coolest things. I'm used to the werewolves like the lichens and the underworld stuff like that. Those will always be like my favorite. But these werewolves, imagine being able to turn into the biggest werewolf you ever seen in your life. Like it's huge. Like that'd be cool. Like just the way they made it, that's what brought me in. But the story is what kept me. And the writers, the actors, just everything with their characters grew in each movie. The storylines were awesome. I liked Eclipse and how it's like new vampires are the most dangerous vampires. I was like, you know what, that makes sense. You know? And, this one here, Breaking Dawn, she's getting ready to turn into a vampire. Jacob's not liking that. It just so much thought went into these scripts that I really do appreciate it, especially you just watched everything recently. And I'm like, wow, I really did enjoy this film franchise. The only one that I kind of thought was slow was Breaking Dawn Part 2. So it was a little slow to me because there was no action till like the of the end of the movie. Because the whole time they were preparing for the Valkyrie to come and take their daughter. I hope I'm not spoiling it for some people. If you haven't seen it already, it's been years. Um, but anyways, but there was no real fight scenes until the end, and then come to think about it, that wasn't a fight scene. That was a projection of what could have been. Even though it was cool, it didn't really happen. But I like how everyone got like a close to their story. You got to see where their daughter, where she was with Jacob because he imprinted on her. So now they're kind of like a thing. Um, you know, it's just really cool. Watching it over again after all these years. So As far as my rating for the whole franchise together, I give it about an 8.5 out of 10. Really, really good film. If you saw these movies, and if you enjoy the franchise, let me know which one is your favorite in the comments. I think New Moon will always be my favorite because that's what brought me in to the franchise. But I enjoy them all together the same, to be honest with you. But New Moon is definitely number one for me. But let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it. If you're a fan of the book, I know it's not the same. I get it. It's a film. They're going to change things. But the films are still pretty awesome if you're just looking at the film standpoint. But, anyways, until next time, guys, peace.